So, now what? Okay, we kicked Earth's ass fairly easily and probably in one less episode than should have happened, but whatever. That, yeah, what's done is done. Now what? I don't fucking know. What is there, like another 140 episodes to go? I mean, I'm really mystified where they go from. Like, I'm so shocked that the war is over. Like, I still can't believe it, right? And it's been over for a while now, but I still can't believe it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you say we just get into it? This is episode 64. We're going on one. 3, 2, 1. Just no fucking clue, man. I love it. I really do. I'm in the same position with Better Call Saul. I just don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Like, it just anything could happen. There could be rabid bunnies fall out of his ass, and just literally anything could happen. You just never know. Probably no rabid bunnies here. I was gonna say for a second, it seemed like they weren't gonna sing. You always remember. Well, not always, but for the most part, I remember where I am plot wise. But I never remember the damn theme song, so yeah, it took me by surprise a little bit. This all this I've been doing lately makes me want to go back and watch Star Blazers. I think it was called the only anime I'd ever experienced as a kid. Dad brought the videotapes back from Japan. He would go to Japan every about once a year, maybe twice a year. He also, I mentioned this before, he brought back some bootleg Star Wars on DVD back before you could get it. Well, it was a VHS, but you know what I mean. Back before you could watch Star Wars at home, we were watching Star Wars at home. Earth. You big dummies. Hey, he tried it. Yep. They died as they lived. Stupidly. He's not wrong about that. Hey, you brought up him. I didn't bring him up, motherfucker. That's right. Criticize the motherfuckers. Some people attract that, especially at a young age. Maybe the virtue of his character, but maybe it's the fact he actually listens instead of rejects everything somebody older than him says. A lot of teenagers, anybody older than them, they just reject what they have to say. They're like it's talking to a fucking brick wall. They don't want to hear it. So you don't offer it because you know they don't want to hear it. So he's probably just open to it. Yep, kick their asses. Get me paid. Hey man, where the whore's at? Yeah. Yeah. Get me paid, motherfucker. Fuck that. That's right. Let's transport these spies to our capital. That'll work out well. Yep. Be spying like a motherfucker. I saw what he said. Dumbass. Yeah, I bet they were stirred up. I ain't claiming shit. That motherfucker did it. You know, that's interesting, by the way. It's like shameful to state a reality about somebody if you owe them a great deal. Like they did something for you. So now I can't tell the truth about you. Assuming what he's saying is true, right? It's just a philosophy. If this person was useful to me, if he did me a few solids and I owe him a lot, but then he's derelict in his duty, I shouldn't say anything because it's shameful if I do. You see what I mean? I don't know if that's a good culture to have. Matter of fact, I know it's not a good culture. It's one of the problems that they have in this military here. Somebody was starting some shit. Exactly. Maybe somebody don't like him. Yeah, was it loyalty or was it sniveling, ass kissing? Those aren't the same things. Typically they do. Oh shit. Oh shit. Why you bringing up old shit? Yeah. I was about to kick his ass. Thank you for grabbing my shoulder. You're damn right. Yeah. Why were you changing the subject, motherfucker? That's one of the highest crimes I think you commit. You defeated them. To go around executing your generals because they embarrassed you, like that was just I've never seen that happen in all of history. Maybe back in fucking, king times, the king was pissed off or some shit. Which is sort of a monarchy, so maybe that's a good parallel. I don't know. But not any time in the past few hundred years. Yeah, this is outrageous. Yeah, but we started it though. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He did it to himself. Expose those dirty, dirty facts. Oh shit. I would do well to ignore that too. Yeah, I knew somebody was gonna get mad. Yeah, silence, Rich. I need to start. I need to put that in my repertoire. Anytime somebody annoys me, silence, Rich. Oh shit! The fuck you even doing here? How dare you speak up? Get your ass out of here! Like goddamn, man. Look, I was just trying to offer an opinion, man. I was just trying to help you guys, man. Damn. You didn't have to talk to me like that. Jesus. That dude got undressed. He undressed you. He knows it too. He's mad at the motherfucker. You goddamn right. Oh shit. Oh shit. Goddamn. Yeah, you got to go apparently. Yeah, man, motherfucker, you out of here. You better wipe your brow. He's taking this shit personally. Do something. The fuck you mean? Yeah. How dare you, sir? I don't know. But his feelings are hurt, so he's definitely going to try his ass off. Believe that. Feelings are definitely hurt. Yeah, but the war was months ago. Is he just sick or is he being poisoned? I'm always going to suspect poison. Yeah, that's what they say. Can't get over how much he looks like the Lucifer comic. He looks exactly like Lucifer. Damn, my friends don't stop talking about me getting married, goddammit. He seems a little pissed, sir. Yeah, I like his little robe. Unexpected criticism. It's always the worst kind. You don't expect it. Yeah, military's not doing anything else. Yeah, fuck lemon cough. Well, I guess it's only been 100 days since the end of the war. Well, that is months, right? That's 3 months. Yeah. Boy, he got mad. That camera angle was aggressive, man. Yeah. We'll hear from him one last time. The appropriate counting measures. Appropriate. So that I guess that minion just stays in the room all the time, huh? I saw him over there in the corner. Yeah, you probably did. In other words, fuck that dude. Yep. Gives me a little tickle. He is haunted, man. Haunted by the ghost of his friend. I wonder if anybody else is on terror if it was just those religious dumbasses. That's pretty clever, Julian. What do you think he is now? Around 17, 18? Got a good head on his shoulders. It was very surprisingly easy. One episode. It seems kind of crazy, don't it? Well, they're not Hydra, you know. Cut off one head, two more grow, you know. Oh, right. But do it anyway. He's going to keep to his word. I'd expected no less, but, you know, I had a slight hesitation, wondering. They love redheads on this show, man. Love them. He's the most sloppy sitter I've ever seen, man. Constantly. You can always tell which character he is when it's a wide shot. Sitting all sloppy and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I was a fucking idiot. You goddamn right. Yeah, exactly. Supplies. I don't know about external. I mean, an army travels on its stomach and, you know, fuel and ammunition. Yeah, it worked out. Yeah, he was right anyway. No shit, they could have been chilling in that fortress. Exactly. But again, sooner or later, it may take years, but sooner or later, even a fortress would run out of supplies, right? You have an entire empire with all the supplies you can have, you know, hundreds of worlds and shit. They just can send fleet after fleet after fleet, make a war of attrition, wipe out their supplies. He could not have held the fortress against the empire. There's no way. Eventually, they ran out of bullets, if nothing else. You know. I like their stage metaphor. It works for him. Look at him sulking. Is that what he's doing? I thought he was just chilling. Yeah. You'll be waiting a long motherfucking time. They're going the other direction. Yeah, it's very grand, isn't it? Yeah. That's a good metaphor, too. Hell no. Get your own goddamn tea. Oh, wait. You outrank me. Yep, that would have been nice. Yep, he's got big plans. So they're leaving Odin at the same time that Julian's getting there. Okay, within a year. So I literally thought they were going to be leaving as he's coming in. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. Yang's pretty formidable. The hell does that mean? More sloppy or what? Do it again. I bet people who live there are pissed. They like being the capital, you know? Yeah, no shit. You're out of your fucking mind. That dude's awesome. I mean, that's what all fascists do. Really? I don't know. I didn't see that happening. Openstein's, he knows how to play the game. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, that makes sense. I see relocating the capital could be the kind of hot button issue that could create heat on his administration. Reinhold. Yeah, there may be people who would try to assassinate him or something because I don't know what their economic system's like. But let's say, let's just use the United States, for instance. Say Washington, D.C., they wanted to transfer it to the middle of the country. It would make more sense. It was originally in the middle of the country back when we were just on the East Coast, right? Let's say they wanted to put it in the Midwest, the middle of the country. What would that be? Kansas, maybe? Arkansas? Somewhere around there. Say, let's just for the sake of argument, they're going to move it to Kansas. There's a cottage industry just supplying the bureaucracy that runs the government, all in that area. That would put massive economic pressure and lobbying, in Congress and stuff like that, to block the move, because it would be like, we can't have this, like, because that whole infrastructure is not going to move. There would be a new infrastructure created where you move, right? So now, nobody in the United States would try to assassinate anybody, I'm sure. There's other ways of influence. I don't know how it'll work here. But it may be hard to predict, but I think this is going to be a hot button issue. I think this is going to have a lot of people oppose him in various ways, which may just mean going to Yang, or it may mean, looking the other way when Yang does something. It could manifest in a lot of different ways. I can see this being an issue. We'll see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and go. This is episode 65. We're going on 1. 3, 2, 1. I was thinking about some historical comparisons, talking about, famous generals and stuff. Kind of forgot about the biggest one, Napoleon. Not only was he a general, he was a head of state. And even him, they didn't murder. Now, I don't even think they were worried about martyrs back then. I think it was later you started worrying about martyrs. But the dirty, rotten English, the filthy Russians, and whoever else was involved, maybe Belgians, I can't remember. Those motherfuckers would stick a stick in your eye. They didn't give a shit. They were assholes, right? And even they didn't murder Napoleon either time. Right? Motherfucker came back and they still didn't murder his ass. So there really is no historical comparison for this that I can think of. Anything in the last 500 years. Maybe some shit that, we don't know about, happened behind the scenes or whatever, but nothing that compares to this, because you just don't do that, man. You beat him on the field, and maybe that's another thing here. They didn't really beat him on the field; they beat him politically. But see, that's where the whole machismo comes into it, right? Because if you win a war, does it matter how you win it? We talk about the ethics of the Red Wedding or something like that. Is it better to kill 100 men than a million? Or vice versa? Is it really the question was it better to kill 1,000,000 men than 100, right? So my point is, you just don't do that. People in history have not done it. So this is a big deal. Government? What government? You would think so, but I don't think we believed that for a long time. Ever since I can remember, since I grew up after Watergate, we assumed the government was lying to us. Yeah, we want to tear him limb from limb. And we don't with him. That's it, huh? You don't have any other questions? Why you closed all the Wendy's? Nothing? Those 7 men ain't gonna be enough if they storm. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of what they wanted, except they probably would have murdered him, you know? Let's check Facebook. I'm sure there'll be some truth there. Yeah. Just making up straight bullshit. And then he came back as a zombie and he fucked Lemon Cough. Yeah. That's a long ass plan. Yep. This shit was written 30 years ago, and boy, it reflects reality now, doesn't it? It's all planned. Everything's according to plan. Nothing he does is just accidental, you know, or a response to shit. And, you know, no, it's all part of the plan. Yep. Basically, half of this series is just him sitting on his ass. That sucks. That's what you were in here looking at? Jesus, dude. That's hilarious. Yeah, they might be fucked. Please come here. We don't have any military. This could be a trap, too, though. It's probably not what's happening because they haven't told us. They don't usually like hide things from us on the show. But if you're him, you can imagine the fact that the Empire could have set that up and they're waiting just out of the range or whatever, right? Yeah, I suppose. So Eisenhower wasn't military, huh? I mean, I guess not at the same time. Oh, Grant. Grant was also military, wasn't he? Those are the only two high-ranking generals I can think of who were presidents of the United States. So it has happened. He tells fate to kick his ass. Yeah, I like my version better. He doesn't want shit, man. He wants a simple life. Dude, what are we doing, man? Indecisive ass. They've lost control. This does this again. Oh, it's all part of the Reinhold's grand scheme. No, man, he just knows chaos rules, right? They were beaten. They were ramshackled. So of course, you leave them to their own devices, they're gonna fuck up, right? And then you can swoop in and take control, which is the plan all along. That's why he's moving his capital. Yeah, yeah, illness my ass. So he didn't. His plan, quote unquote, was to let them fuck up on their own, fall on their face, right? He didn't have to do anything to create that situation. Is what I'm saying. Fair enough. I'm kind of with her on this, but, like I said before, you would eventually run out of supplies. Right, okay, I get it. He was doing an either or, and I was just addressing the first half without hearing him out. I get it. Oh, wait a minute. No, he is talking about taking the fortress. Right, right, exactly. So this isn't total war then. Right. I think they're both that way. That's one thing that makes these two characters compelling. Exactly, yeah. But first be disobedient and shit. If he says so, oh, she's embarrassed. Yeah. Yeah, oh, I see. This time it's delicious. It usually sucks ass. Yep. Yeah, so they're right too. Yeah, you better laugh this shit off. I like how she got embarrassed. It's very cute. Oh shit. You goddamn right. You played it off very well. Exactly. She should focus more on her duties. This is cold, man. That was a Family Guy cutaway. They cut away just for that joke and come back. I love that. Yeah, maybe. Probably not. They couldn't do it with the entire alliance behind them. Exactly. I don't know what they ought to do with their force. They have enough of a force that feel like they should do something, but they don't have enough to actually do something. That's a hell of a position to be in. Right. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, they're keeping it open. I see them. Oh, shit. I don't know. It was going to happen anyway, man. I get it. Cause and effect, yes. It happened because of what he did, so I understand. But still, you can only take that so far. Oh, shit. You didn't think about that, did you? Let's play all sides. That's a good point. Wow, I didn't even think about that. He would never do that, but they don't know that, right? Interesting. And he doesn't want to drive them into the corner. Look at this shit, man. I see you. This is a very interesting conundrum they've written here. Right. Yeah. So you ain't gonna listen to reason, is what you're telling me. So you ain't gonna listen to reason, huh? Yeah. You're a fucking idiot. Yeah. Not only do they love him, but they don't think they can beat him. That's the point, man. And they'll be right about that too, by the way. Well, then you're delusional if you don't believe that. Yeah, it's not about your belief system. Oh shit. How dare you talk about marriage? You know, it is interesting. The baby boom here in the United States happened after World War II. All these millions of soldiers came back to the United States and they were fucking! And then a bunch of babies resulted, right? You come back, you get married. You know, you come back from war, you get married. That's kind of what they're doing here. Even with Yang, the war is over, you go home, you get married, right? Now, some of this is for political reasons, some of it's for their feelings, right? With Yang. But whoever wrote this shit, they thought long and hard about the natural consequence, and they did that thematically. They could have had Yang and that woman hook up anytime while they're in the fleet together, right? Or they could have been talking about political marriages with Reinhold the whole time. They did it after the war because it makes sense, right? It's what happens. They're showing every phase of a war, beginning, middle, end, aftermath, what leads into the next war. They're doing it all, right? It's all very planned out and meticulous. Yeah, you would see it that way, but he implied you're wrong. Yep, might as well. Yeah, you know, we could have walked that corner. That's the thing, too. You're on a ship all the time. Fortunately, they have steps. They don't have escalators, which is interesting. They have a walking, like a moving sidewalk, but then you have to climb stairs. You don't have an escalator. Isn't that interesting? Wouldn't it be the other way around, you think? That's what we got here in real life. I mean, we got escalators now. But what the point I was going to make, when you're in a ship all by yourself, you know, not like on a planet with planet gravity, which is always going to be more than ship gravity. You need to move around on your own power as much as possible. The moving elevator is just a bad idea. Get some fucking exercise walking down these corridors and climbing stairs. Yes, you should. Oh shit. She really should stay for this. This is outrageous. You've told everybody. I don't believe you. I do not fucking believe you, dude. Fantastic. Unbelievable. I'm nosy. Yeah. You don't say. Grab some tea. This will take a while. I told them all. She's hot. So they'd just be going to war at like 15. You gotta be shitting me. That's right, kick his ass. She's 15, motherfucker. What the hell are you saying? Yeah. Yeah, fuck that. No shit. It is weird. Like, you can go to war and die at 15, but, not old enough to have to consent to sex, right? So, does that mean you shouldn't be old enough to consent to war? You think? Here in America, they're the same age. You can't go to war until you're able to consent to sex, right? That's right. It's been a while, hasn't it? Where the hell is he? He's going to the capital after the emperor has left, which is weird. I guess it would take time to go from Terra to the capital, by the way. I thought a month would be enough, but apparently not. Yeah. Hey, check it out. What the hell's going on? Why is everybody leaving? Damn. Roughly 20% of this series is people trying to score. I like the statue's been pulled down. Nicely played. Dumbass. Oh shit. God damn, dude. Stop describing me. And don't talk to me from behind like that. It's very fucking weird. No actual human being has ever had a conversation with somebody like that. From behind them with their head around their shoulder. That has never happened. Even this, look at this. Everybody's like, looking around behind them to have a conversation. What the hell? People face each other, man. Interesting. That's right. Design this shit. Well, that'd be hard. Okay, you're a capital now. There'd be so much infrastructure you'd have to build. I'm not seeing any of the pushback I was talking about, though. Reinvestigation, huh? Oh, shit. Jesus, man. That's hardcore. I see you, man. He's not fucking around. So, blow you up. Is that what those are your orders, right? Oh, shit. So, don't blow it up. Okay. See, just the threat of him is doing more than if he appeared somewhere, right? Because he could appear anywhere. Once he appears somewhere, then it's over, right? Like then they know where he is. Oh shit. Yeah, if you believe it. Yeah. I'm killing two of these motherfuckers. Against all flags. Well, I was talking about, I briefly alluded to this. In official Hollywood screenwriting courses, they teach you one of the first things they talk about. You know how there'll be a character who's looking out a window, so their back is to the room. And it'll be a character standing in the middle of the room, looking at the person looking out the window. And the camera is where the window is. So looking back at the person looking out the window, and then they can also see the person behind them, right? And then these people will have an entire conversation. So for 2 or 3 pages, I'm looking out a window while I'm talking to you, and my back is to you, and you're talking to my back, right? That is not human nature. That's not realistic. Human beings do not have a conversation that way. It's very cinematic. It looks great. You can see both their faces at the same time. You don't need to cut back and forth. You can keep it as one camera shot. It's great cinematically. So it's okay to do it every now and then, but human beings do not speak like this. So you have to be careful about that because it'll throw you out of it. You may not even realize on a conscious level. I don't realize on a conscious level because I analyze everything. But the average moviegoer may not realize on a conscious level why it bothers them, but they'll realize something just doesn't feel right, and they'll be distracted. They won't be fully listening to the conversation. People don't talk to each other with their backs to each other. They look at each other. Maybe they don't necessarily look straight in the eyes, but they're looking in that person's direction. A lot of people don't like making eye contact, so they'll look above your head or look to the right or look a little bit below your eyes. That's pretty common, actually. And that's why I don't worry too much about eye line as long as you keep it consistent, right? But it's one thing you have to keep in mind. Look at the way human beings talk to each other. Typically, we want to sit down and we want to face each other. Sometimes we'll stand. Very rarely one person will be standing, one sitting, but sometimes it's necessary to do it that way. But you have to pay attention to that. And so this thing, and this is animation, so it's different, right? Like if it was live action, it'd look really fucking weird. Imagine live action. We've never seen this before. I've never, in all the shit I've watched, have seen somebody standing there and somebody else comes behind them and their face is here and they're having a conversation like that. That's never happened. I've never seen it in live action. Basically, you got your dick against his ass while you're talking to him. I'm not saying it was sexual. I'm just saying that's how fucking close he was standing. That's where he was standing, and that's how close he was. People don't talk like that. Animation, you can get away with it because you're not really typically thinking of where they are in space in animation. It's just different. It's 2-dimensional, right? So it hits different. So it's a little bit okay. It's an interesting shot. You don't have to go back and forth and everything. You can see them both at the same time, which is always good. But generally speaking, if you're writing, you need to keep that in mind. Alrighty, here we go with episode 66. We're going on one. 3, 2, 1. We're talking about the fleet. And the threat of the fleet going somewhere is more important than the importance of the actual fleet. Say there's 30 spots you're vulnerable. If he hits any one of these 30 spots, it'll hurt you. But it won't kill you. It'll hurt you. So you're worried about all 30 spots. But once he hits a spot, you can counterattack and destroy him. So he got hurt, but then he's gone. So the only move is to not hit anything and keep them worried about all 30 spots. Once you commit, it's over. Because his fleet isn't big enough. His fleet's big enough to hurt one thing, but it's not big enough to fight the entire empire, right? You only have a certain amount of supplies. It's only a certain size, that's it. We saw much larger fleets fail, right? So it's almost like what I call the parent-parent paradox, right? You're out in public, say at a mall, and a kid is being really obnoxious and loud and annoying everybody. The mother is mortified and very embarrassed and cares what you think and will even apologize to you and anybody else in the vicinity. She cares what you think. But if you express annoyance at what the kid's doing and you say, hey, can you keep control of that kid? All of a sudden, she doesn't care what you think anymore. She'll cuss you out. Forgot to turn the lights off here. No, are they off? I guess they are. Anyway. So she only cares what you think if you don't express annoyance. She really cares what you think if you don't express annoyance. If you do express annoyance, it's over. She don't care anymore. Similar, it's like it's a weird situation. It's like your pawn is pinned. You know, you only have power unless you use the power. Once you use the power, you don't have the power anymore. Is what I'm getting at. Yang's in a similar situation. You might say that. What of it, motherfucker? Yeah. Oh, we have an afterworld. Do we have a god and we have heaven and hell, or just one afterworld? I suppose. Yeah. So it could be like manslaughter, right? Yeah, like manslaughter. Yep, that's another point in Yang's favor. Yeah, he was pissed. Yeah. But was he fair in dealing with his enemies? Right, right. He respects him, if nothing else. If somebody murdered him, I think he'd be very pissed off. How dare you question me? Open sided. Oh, shit. Right. Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're a conniving bastard. We know exactly how you think. Yang would have had a lot of power to not subjugate people as well as subjugate them, right? Here's something. I see this camera movement right here, right? A lot of times in animation, they don't do camera movements the way they do in live action. Three people sitting around a table, they show that they were going slowly down behind Oberstein's head. You don't typically see that. What I'm talking about, the direction in this series is really good. See this right here? It makes the scene feel alive. It's not just static, or like we're just sitting here looking at a painting, right? It's very important in live action. You got three people sitting around a table that you move the camera, because otherwise it just feels dry. But they're doing it in animation. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, yeah. What business is it of yours, motherfucker? Why you in the Majesty's pockets? Kick his ass. We're trying to conduct business here, man. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, what the fuck? There are cheeky people on both sides. Not necessarily lower decks type people, because lower decks would be instant or whatever, but you know, similar vibe. What's up? How dare you question me? Like I said before, sitting down with the cape that long, that'd be difficult watching. He just sits on it. You can't do that. Oh, shit. Here we go. Come on. Yeah, they weren't bitter grapes. Exactly. That's what they were foreshadowing last episode. I think it's awesome, sir. Oh, when somebody says it's certainly an option, that means they don't agree. You suppose, huh? But what if the thing he's fighting for doesn't exist anymore, right? Yeah, right, exactly. Okay, so this is different, I thought. Right. Yeah. He seems a little pissed. I mean, it makes sense to me. That's my read on Yang. Would he be higher ranked than me? That's what I'm asking. You're trying to paint me in a corner. Kick the can down the road. Yeah. Yeah, that's what J.K. Rowling thinks. There are no evil systems, just evil people. Burn them all. They sure could. Yeah. They're destroying themselves. Exactly. Boy, if you defy him, that's your ass. I'm just saying, dude. Both sides, like I said, not only do they have the lower decks situation going on, right? But they also have people who have their own minds, their own agendas. It's not all marching to the same tune, right? This series has really captured that well. I was literally trying to read it like it's not in some other language. Dumbass. It's a lot of moving pieces, isn't it? But if you could coalesce all this shit into one thing, right? Is she really grinning at her reflection? Is that what we just saw? I suppose. Right, exactly. Well, that's not going to happen, so. That's what I'm saying. The threat of his force is more important than the actual force. Complete domination. That's his nah. He just wants to go back to the farm. Damn, man. You need to get a ballpoint pen. Oh, shit. He should, man. He was sleeping on the job. I don't know if it's about ability. Could just be like if you're used to doing something, then you're going to be better at doing that thing than the person behind you who has to take your spot for a week, right? Exactly. Really have to fucking wipe your ass like this? Jesus, dude. He's making a good point, but it's not even just that. That's what he's doing. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes a lot of sense, too. He's thinking even further ahead than I am. Exactly. Yeah, he's thinking about doing it all, right? Yeah. I see what she's saying, too, man. These motherfuckers thinking ahead. Yeah. Let's make it last 20 years instead. Why are you worried about what I'm going to do, motherfucker? Yeah. Yeah. I like your little doors. Yeah, fuck him. Right. I thought suicide was honorable in their culture. Fuck him. Was it the line of duty? Really, he didn't do it for depression. He did it because he didn't want them to use him, right? It's all about the revenge, baby. There's a lot of that in the military. I served with somebody when I was coming up, so, they mattered to me forever. I need some privacy to do my touchdown dance. Now we're talking. Pretty much. I think so. I agree with that. I mean, going back to the Napoleon example, what would that have been like for him just ruling without war? I know he did some shit before, but what would a 15-year peaceful administration with him look like? Probably would not have worked too well. Yeah, but like he's trying to build something that's gonna last longer than 40 years. A lot of these empires crumble as soon as the person who created them goes away. The son's probably okay. The grandson does never really talk to have much interaction with the genius, so it doesn't really rub off on him. By the time you get to the grandson, you start to see empires fall. If they're built on one personality, they have to be built on a system that will last, and that's what Reinhold's doing here. He's trying to build a system that lasts. Don't want the soup boiling over. Kick the house of cards over. Ah, that's always the first thing they think about. Let's steal some shit. Fuck them. Yeah, we don't care about no damn treaty. Nobody knows. Yeah. Yep, Valhalla. I guess the gods we believe in are the Viking gods. Okay, gotcha. They also talk about Odin and shit. Okay, it's starting to come together in my brain. Yeah, why you keep trying to talk about old shit? That's actually a really good point. Who is he? Who does he think's responsible? Exactly. That makes sense. Yeah, so let's just make it look like that. This guy thinks big, man. Right, that's true. He's making a lot of sense. Yeah. Disorganized rabble. Oh, yes, I almost forgot about that little plot thread. They're spinning a lot of plates here. Yeah, sure, why not? That was a big moment when he left the battlefield, right? Oh shit, not that. Yeah. Yes, let's be as overbearing as possible. Get tired of these motherfuckers. That's right. I'm awesome. Thank you. Keep it coming. You dare talk to me this way? Lock this motherfucker up. Really? Really? Or is he just gonna fuck with this dude? Really? Oh, really? Okay. Jesus. This surprises me. He's just tired of sitting on his ass. Yeah, I don't think this is the right choice. We'll see. But like I said, he's not a man for sitting around on his ass. I'm gonna stay in the battlefield. Put a throne there. Yep, that's what they're here for, to fight. Interesting. For a second, I was thought he was gonna be like, now that I got rid of this idiot, let's actually talk. Let's get crunk. Well, shit. It is a problem. We talked about Eisenhower and Grant. Grant was called useless ass Grant because he's one of the worst presidents. Eisenhower also had an 8 year period. Both of them were reelected, so they both had 8 years. Where they basically both do nothing presidents. Every now and then, when you have a bunch of shit that's just happened, you need a do nothing president, basically just to let the nation get back on its feet. So it's kind of interesting. Both generals who were presidents I can think of, these are the two I can remember, right? Didn't go to war for the most part. I think Eisenhower, he came in 52, so the Korean War just ended, or thereabouts. So it was in the process of ending. And he left in 60, says, before Vietnam. Grant had no war, of course. But they were not great generals. Both these generals, they won the wars, but not because they were great generals. They won the wars because they were pragmatic, they were practical. They were good generals. They were good generals, they were not great generals. The problem with Grant's predecessors on the battlefield was they were terrible generals. So just the fact that he was good made him look like a fucking genius. He was not a genius. He had more materials. Lee would have kicked, if they had equal forces, Lee would have kicked his ass. Grant was not a good general. Eisenhower was not a good general. Eisenhower was a bureaucrat. Neither one of these was Napoleon trying to run a country or Reinhold trying to run a country. You get some genius who's never lost on the battlefield and they're aggressive and they're always and their methodology when it comes to fighting wars is attack, 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 attack. Right? They're not going to sit on their asses. It makes sense. I kind of lost sight of that. That's why it surprised me. His decision surprised me, right? Because I lost sight of what kind of person he is. This is great characterization. He's got a person attack. Alexander the Great would have been a terrible leader, of a country. Like just sitting around being king for 40 years. He would have been terrible. You need the mediocre general. You need the good general, the bureaucrat general. You don't need the great general, the fucking once in a generation genius. I still, this is all set up. Reinhold's going to, start a Reich of 1,000 years and all this stuff. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think his ultimate folly is going to be the fact he can't sit on his ass and rule. It's just not his nature. You got to be who you are, right? And I don't think he can. But we'll see. It'll be very interesting to see.